Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So last week we created the track from scratch and we kind of have a 8-bar loop, and today I want to show you how to transform this 8-bar loop into a full arrangement. So this is really to help you if you struggle with arrangement to kind of see the bigger picture of an arrangement, but keep in mind obviously that all tracks are different and the structure will always be different depending on your track, the element inside your track. This obviously is going to be kind of a basic arrangement, but I think the way I will present to you today is going to help you to come up faster with your own arrangement and to most importantly avoid to have writer blocks and then start to gain more and more experience into arranging. Because arrangement is like sound design, mixing and everything. The more you practice, the better you get at it. There is no one secret recipe, but yeah, hopefully this video is gonna help you with your arrangement and help you finish more track. So yeah, let's jump into Ableton and see what we created last time. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, I'm just gonna recolor everything by category, and also I'm gonna make sure each clip is kind of 8-bar because we're gonna switch from session to arrangement, and that's just gonna be helpful, so I'm just gonna skip that part. Okay, now we are all that, we're gonna select everything and we're gonna just transfer it to the arrangement view. Sometimes I will build the pre-arrangement in the session view, but for this Ableton Techno, usually I go straight up. You press tab and you can just... So I will recommend to put it straight up at, let's say, 97, press opt and click there to have all of your track smaller, click here. Now we're gonna just go there to make the view bigger. Okay, now we can have a bigger picture of the arrangement. Now first thing I would do to have a bigger picture is to start to make some marker that can help you to visualize the global arrangement. So we are zoom out and I will first create a first marker, which is gonna be here, which is gonna be our intro. And then I will make a marker every 32 bar. Then it's gonna be our pre-chorus. Then we're gonna have our chorus, which I rename A as well. You're gonna understand later. Then we will have our breakdown, which is gonna be 32 bar. Then we're gonna have our verse. So here you have to imagine is the drop as well. And then we are gonna have our chorus 2, which I like to call A plus B. So basically it's gonna be a bit of mix of the chorus and a bit of mix of the verse. And then our outro here. So this is quite a very big and broad timeline, but it's better to start like this broad and then start to cut down everything slowly to have something more interesting later. So first you will have the kick, the whole track, both of your bass, the whole track. Now you can think about the lead, how to position it, and with the stab and descent. So maybe we can, what we're gonna do, the idea is to make it start here at 30 seconds. So here is gonna be a fade in until the pre-chorus. So that's why I make it start here. And it's gonna pretty much play the whole track. Maybe we're gonna get to it at one point, but we'll see. So lead 2, we're gonna make it appear from here because you remember he's gonna be fade in, so we're gonna play the lead 1 here. So we can make it appear here, playing during the breakdown. And maybe we can take a break during the verse. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it slightly reappear here with a fade in into the chorus 2. And the outro, we're gonna make it fade out. Lead 2, we're gonna make it appear during the breakdown. And again, maybe just during the chorus 2 here. Now in terms of stab and FX, I think we can select them all because they are playing here and there and we can then make them play all. Not the whole track, but we have the stab 2, which is like very kind of almost like a nose edit, which is this rattling sound. This maybe we can shut it here when the chorus A, and this one, which is like the very percussive. This is gonna be weird during the break. The break, we're gonna go back to it later. But yeah, for now, we're gonna stay like this for the stab. These two, obviously, they play just in the breakdown. And so we just have the drums now. So one thing I forgot to do last week, it's basically, you can have different variation of the drum. So for example, first, you're gonna have just the close hi-hat, maybe one, just the open hat, one with the close hi-hat and open hat, and one with all of the element. I'm gonna color them maybe slightly different. We can play around the whole track. We have as well the shaker and the clap. So maybe we can start just with the close hi-hat. Then we have close hi-hat plus open hat here. Up. We can keep the shaker, which is the driving effect, for later. Same with the ride. I'm not gonna put the ride at before 1 minute. So maybe we can put the clap. And then here, it's gonna be kind of a mini break before. And again, we start without drum. And maybe this time we put straight up close hi-hat, open hat, but then we're gonna put the right. So like this we have changed every 8 bar almost. And then here we can do the same, but we're gonna have the shaker playing as well. And here we're gonna put the ride as well straight up. So the idea, what I'm trying to do with the drum is always to, you know, when you introduce them, to introduce them differently. You see, first you have close hi-hat, open hat. Then you start straight up with close hi-hat, open hat, ride. And then here you have close hi-hat, open hat, but then you have the shaker as well. And then the ride and maybe the clap. Okay, so it's add some variation with the drum. For the breakdown, we're gonna cut them all. And so then here maybe we can start straight up with. So here, like, wait, this is the ride we don't need for the break. This is gonna be the drop. Maybe like this. Yeah, and then from there maybe we can introduce this. And even the shaker, we can put it from here. And then after here, we're gonna have the ride for this part. Maybe we can stop the clap and just put it after the last 8 bar here. Okay, and then it's the outro. So maybe we're gonna need we're gonna do a small break as well before, and we're gonna get rid of all of the elements slowly. Tack, tack, tack. Maybe the suffix until here. So that's how will be my first arrangement. Now, usually from that point is where I will start to. All right, so now we have this global structure. We can see like there is some parts which are too long, some other no. So need to be rearranged a little bit. So if you don't really know in which direction to go or what to do, what you can do is use a reference track. Try to pick up a track which have like similar element, and especially in terms of leads and synth, if you got stab or vocal. So like this, you can kind of replicate or get inspired by the reference track a bit more easily. So I pick up the remix of New Generation by Space 92, and we're gonna kind of follow the structure, but obviously we're gonna adapt to our track. So I'm gonna start with the drum, and I'm gonna kind of copy a little bit what he did. And so he actually straight up put the clap with the open hat here, and then yeah, we can introduce the shaker, and the clap will be playing the whole way. Then again, we get rid of everything. But here, instead of having a longer chorus, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put actually a break here. So here, everything is gonna be playing again. But then here, we're gonna get rid of the drum. And what he done, he put this one straight here like this. And then we straight up go again into the chorus A. So we really shortened the pre-chorus. We can put some of the clap as well, and then we're gonna enter in the chorus. So what's happening as well, we're gonna take our lead 2, we're gonna make it start before, like halfway through the pre-chorus to be playing in the chorus. So we're gonna do automation of the filter to introduce slightly the lead 2. So I'm not doing the automation now, but that can you give you the idea how you can introduce it. And then here to have a bit of change, maybe we're gonna have the open hat, and then after we're gonna straight bring this. Maybe this one will bring it here, and we'll bring the clap here. So it's like no drum, open hat, and then open hat with ride. Okay, like this. Okay, what we're gonna do, so here basically we're gonna shift our whole arrangement. So we're gonna bring the breakdown here. So we basically shorten the track up. Okay, all the stuff need to be shifted, all the marker as well. Okay. Now, before to go into the breakdown, in terms of send here, I notice he kind of have an airy pad into the small break here, so we can maybe take our lead 2 bis and put it as well, but we're gonna muffle it, so like this we don't really recognize it, but it's like an extra melodic element. And then the stab, you remember I wanted to remove some. Maybe this stab, they're not gonna play during the intro, because you have too many new elements in the same time, so we're gonna keep for. You see this tab here is gonna play. Okay, and it's gonna play until here. Now here between each part, we're gonna need always some small break, either low cut or or removing the kick. We're gonna see this later. Same the breakdown. I'm not gonna do it for now. I'm just gonna remove this perk anyway, and maybe we're gonna split this we don't need. Yeah, what we can do, it's maybe obviously get rid of the bass. I'm gonna go on the breakdown later on because it might take too long. But wait, I realize actually this is off. It's like this, sorry. Tack, tack. Maybe this half of the break we're gonna get rid of. We'll see. Obviously this we need to come back to it later. The reference track got a way longer breakdown, but I feel like I don't have enough element. I will need like a vocal or an extra synth to have longer. So for now I'm gonna leave it like this, otherwise I'm gonna be stuck later. Okay, so it's gonna be the drop, I would say with nothing, because we're gonna bring all the new element here during the... Oh, by the way, why is still on? Because here we're gonna have the... Okay, yeah, there is one thing I noticed is that you see last week actually the length it was like 9, and because the pattern you can see it was like the first one here it's like 1 bar, but this one is like 1 bar and something, and so it's kind of shifting everything. I decided to make things a little bit simpler, that I'm just gonna reduce this to 2 bar, the pattern, so like this is gonna kind of sync to the grid as well. It just work well, so you do that for this. This way, every time you drop, you know it's drop on the beginning of the pattern. Otherwise, we always have some shifting and it's annoying. So I'm just gonna do that as well. If you haven't done, you can do it as well on news. Up. And so like this, everything is synced. Because otherwise, it's always hard to sync everything. Tack. So here you have to think that everything is gonna go up, and we're gonna use some SFX riser to build the tension. We have a snare roller as well that we can add, which we made ready last week here. Up. This is pretty easy to do, depend of the length, but for example, let's say it's like this, because we're gonna have a up, you press B, and then opt, and you can just try a line like this. So like this you will tack, so like this. And here maybe I was thinking maybe some stab playing. I'm just gonna put it now because I'm after like one of the main one of the stab playing, so like when everything shut down. Well, I'm gonna and then we like cut everything here. Maybe not that long the break, because here's gonna be long, but you get the idea. We're gonna see. Maybe it's gonna need to fit the lead. Like, you know, we have the wrist bass, we're gonna need to put it up. So maybe, okay, we're gonna see later, we're gonna need to shorten it. Let's focus on the rest of the arrangement and we'll come back to the breakdown later. So here we can bring back our stab perk. One thing I haven't done as well, we can do, it's like adding a synth horn to accentuate. I have this rack, I put it in the description. I'm just gonna can put it on the grid. So having that playing during the maybe we're gonna be able to put it here as well, and here. Well, we'll see again. This is like the horn class. This is a classic setting. I haven't put it last week because it's but yeah, we can put it here with the up. And yeah, so it's gonna be this, and then we can play again with the hats. So we can do something similar actually done here, but actually it needs to start to play from here. The length maybe here is too long, the length of the verse and the chorus, like I said before, but yeah. Maybe let's try with the shaker. Or maybe we can straight up do like this. feel the clap is too long. Sorry, I readjust that, but I feel like or maybe we can like this is better. So let's like this for 8 bar. Then we add the shaker. So yeah, basically what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be like this, the first 8 bar, nothing. Then here, and then straight up 8 bar after we put the ride. All right, and then we're gonna do like in the arrangement, like they start after, instead of having like the chorus 2, like usually I will introduce the synth, they start the chorus 2 and they introduce the synth. So we're gonna put the shaker, we're gonna leave the ride, everything busy. Maybe just for 16 bar. Maybe we can get rid of the clap. And yeah, this is gonna be reintroduced slowly, and then I will see. And so here we're gonna have our final break, and then the outro. So I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna deal with the lead 2, when I'm gonna put it. If I put this one maybe a bit before, maybe I will start to introduce this one from here, and then from here it's gonna play, and then this one I will start to introduce, and you will hear it just on the end, and then that's it. Okay, let me reset the drum, and then the outro. So during the final break, it's gonna be everything but the ride in terms of drum. Maybe here we can reintroduce the clap. And here's gonna be that, yeah. Just this, and the outro is gonna be like just 32 bar maybe. Just up until here. So maybe we have something like this for the outro. And then something like that. Obviously this is gonna be off. And then and this as well, the perk will remove. This is gonna be the break, and then the outro, even or we can leave it this one and do like this. Okay, the outro anyway is no big deal for now, but yeah, globally we have our main arrangement, or at least the drum are sorted, so there is always variation. Now in terms of the lead, we have this trancy one. Yeah, we're gonna put a low pass on it. I'm just gonna use the low pass filter from the synth. Lead 2 is gonna play here. We're gonna automate the filter here as well. And yeah, we have pretty much our global arrangement now, the main structure. So I'm just gonna work on some automation, just like to bring slowly element. For example, you press A, and so you introduce things a bit in the smoother way. Okay, here you have to imagine it's gonna be some modulation, going up, down. This I do this like this, but obviously you're gonna need to do it better. But and for the break, okay, and we're gonna make it go up. So this I will see later, and then here. Okay, and this is the same for the lead here. So here I'm gonna use auto filter for this one because this one, the filter is kind of give a bit of character. So if I change it, it's gonna change the character of the sound. And here again, you can do like a progression. Maybe you can even start before. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and here it's gonna go down. Here is gonna be the break, and here I need to see because here is gonna be another break. So wait, actually. So actually here as well. Okay, and here as well is gonna be the same. Obviously, we're gonna go from low to down. Okay, so to build the tension, we needed to do it here as well. Obviously, okay, now other things we're gonna do, something I do often, I'm gonna create a mix down and I'm gonna send all my track there. Up, this I have no input in. And the idea is to be able to send my return for like transition. So this is gonna create a washout noise. You're gonna hear, I'm gonna do it for the breakdown here, for example. I'm gonna send up, this is to main. Okay, and this you can do as well for all the break and then repeat. Let me put this in red. And now I'm gonna create another track which I'm gonna call Master FX. And so this track is gonna go actually to Master FX. And the return is gonna go as well to Master FX. This one is gonna go to main, and this one is gonna be no input and in. So on this Master FX, I'm gonna be able to put my low-cut, for example. Okay, and on off. So for example, now for the break, I can have like a proper break here. And here, and I'm gonna do it here as well before the breakdown. This always help. Here we go. One thing I forgot as well is the horn here as well, up tack. And so yeah, like this. Maybe the break is a bit long here. I was wondering why I lose that much volume. Actually, it's -6. here I could use as well a riser effect. It's a rack I've made to just kind of, you're gonna hear, I put the link in the description if you want. Actually, there is one thing I need to remove now, it's the limiter up. But other than that, again, we can do a bit of automation. You're gonna hear it's like a this break is a bit too long, but alright, so I could shorten the break, but we're gonna work on the breakdown, and I think the breakdown is gonna be too long, so we're gonna need to shorten it, and I think 16 bar in our case is gonna work well, or at least a little bit more, because the idea, we have this and the idea was to stop everything here and to put the stub like I told you like before. So maybe this one we're gonna stop it before because otherwise it's gonna be too up. We have, okay, why we have, our automation is gone. So it's actually, yeah, that's actually the one I wanted to. And so like this. Okay, something like that. So this is gonna go like this. Maybe the horn in the same time, no, it's not gonna work. Maybe we're gonna get rid of this. Right. Or just this one maybe. Okay, obviously the snare roll need to be before. Okay, and here we can again use our riser. And the send as well. And then we can drop a kind of a reverse send or stuff. I would say straight up. Bam! Well, here I need to drop. Here I need to drop. So you see, even at the beginning, we had the very rigid structure arrangement. You always need to change it and shift it. Okay, and we don't stay always to the same grid. Okay. Maybe as a reverse, we can use the acid FX. Oh, that was interesting, actually, what I just did with the filter. So actually, okay, and here we're gonna need some noise, some SFX, but I think we get the idea. It's missing one. It's missing one. Dun, 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 dun. Well, we need like here no horn. We need a better, or maybe a better horn, or like it still need a little bit of tweaking here and there. But we pretty much have our whole arrangement. Now it's really like the little detail, which is kind of boring, but making sure its transition is good. Maybe some extra SFX are sent here and there. Let me put back this how it was. Actually, this was here. This was here, and this was here. Maybe the horn, you can put it a bit more here and there as well. But yeah, basically for the breakdown, just need like a nice reverse send or clap here, and then a bit of noise maybe when it drop, and we're pretty much done. All right, and that's pretty much it. Hope you like this video. You can grab the template for free. The link in the description. If you want to support me, you can just like and subscribe. Thank you all, and see you next time. Bye bye.